Hey guys, it's Sinem and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So today I'm going to be testing and reviewing the brand new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, I cannot wait for you guys to see this video and see this palette in action, the swatches, all that good stuff. So I am going to be doing a tutorial, a mini review, and also swatches of the entire palette as well. I will leave a timestamp down below or on the screen if you guys want to skip straight to swatches, then I totally understand. But feel free to just sit and watch the entire video using and talking about this palette and the swatches and everything. So I cannot wait for you guys to see it. But without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So I picked up the brand new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. And it's a really pretty palette from what I saw in the pictures, but I'm so excited to just dive into it. So this is what it looks like. So this is what she looks like, which is so pretty. It has all these kind of nudie browns and beiges and shimmers, golds, pinks. It is just a really beautiful palette to look at, and of course I will be doing close-ups of what the palette looks like so you can see a really good shot at all the shades and the formulas. So this palette does have 18 shades and a range of different formulas, including a brand new gel hybrid pigment formula, which is really interesting. I'm going to do a close-up of this right now as well so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. It's very unique, so I do applaud her for creating something different and new. But it does have these marble cream shimmers as well, as you can see, a few of those, and then your typical mattes and metallic shimmers. So this just looks like it's going to be a really good palette. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. We're going to test it out and do swatches as well. I am going to prep my eyes with a eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. This is one of the best eyeshadow primers. It comes out clear and it literally makes your eyeshadow last so long, especially if you struggle with creasing on your eyelids. This is gonna prevent that from happening. So I'm first gonna go into the shade Rough, and these names are a little out there. I'm just gonna swatch Rough, and I just really want to feel the formula for a second. Maybe I'll do a swatch of a shimmer as well. Let's go into this one right here, Irresistible. Wow, this is super fold and metallic. I'm first going into the shade Rough. I'm using a Sigma E35 to buff that in the crease, and already this looks really pretty. Next I'm going into Arouse. This is kind of like a orangey, like a usual orange toned brown that you would normally find in a neutral palette. There's nothing really unique about these shades in my opinion. However, the formula is really nice. So it is going to be shades that you've probably seen and used or have. But, I mean, it's looking really good already. I really want to play around with that gel hybrid shade. This is what it looks like so far, and let's go into that gel hybrid shade. So again, this is what it looks like. It's called Slippery. Oh, it feels weird. It feels bubbly. It's raised, it's not flat. So you can feel the bubbles, and it feels like a cream. Okay, nothing is coming out. I think I have to really go in. That is so weird. It's like a gloss. Okay. So it basically is a glossy eyeshadow. This is really unique, and if I'm honest, I'm not loving it whatsoever. The formula is just really weird, and it's almost blended out into nothing. Hasn't really done anything, and my lids feel a little sticky. Okay, this is a complete fail. Oh my god, I had high hopes for this. So yes, it's not drying down to a powder whatsoever. It's a really kind of glossy, sticky formula, almost like an eye gloss. It's just something I wouldn't put on my eyelids. So I'm going to pass on that. I wouldn't recommend that shade. I really wish she maybe just took it out. So this Irresistible shade is really calling my name, but also we have this gold that I want to try. So let's just swatch the gold. Oh my goodness. That looks intense. intense. So let's go in with a few of these metallic shades and then I'll go back into the matte. So I'm first going to dive into that Irresistible shade right there. So I will admit it's actually sticking on really nicely onto that slippery shade. I'm wondering if that slippery shade is meant to be kind of like a base, but it is adhering nicely. And of course at the end of the video I will do a close-up of my eye so you can really see the sparkle and how it all looks. I'm next going into a little bit of Shameless. This is almost shifting as a rose gold. It has some gold in there but some pink as well, and I'm just going to pack that on top of Irresistible. I do next want to try out these marbles. Ooh, it's like a nice berry. And then we have this one up here. Oh my gosh, look at that one right there. Okay, I'm just going to put this on. This may be a mess, this look, but let's just play with everything. Oh, it's like a nice, ooh, duochrome purple. I cannot. Oh my goodness. This is looking incredible. So next I'm going to go into a matte just to darken everything up. I think I'm going to go into this one called Untamed, which is a really nice kind of berry matte. Taking my Morphe M200. Another thing I'm noticing as well is that I'm not losing color and it's not looking patchy, and I don't have to go back into anything. Everything is just working perfectly together, which is what you want, because a lot of the times I notice with Huda Beauty's palettes that I've tried, a lot of the times the patchiness is always there and I have to keep going back in and building up the color, and it's just not as creamy and buildable as this. This is looking absolutely amazing. So I am very, very impressed with this palette. I'm also going to go into this shade Filthy, and it's like a matte true pink, baby pink. I'm just going to run this just underneath the brow just to give a little bit of that same tone and clean up the edges, as you can see the difference. Next I'm taking Tantric. This one is going in my inner corner, which is that light gold. I will say that the camera is not doing it justice. Just know that these are absolutely beautiful shimmers. I'm just taking a tiny bit of that gold and just running a little bit of shimmer underneath the brow. I really want to play around with more shades, but I just don't know what else I can do to this look, unfortunately. So I will have to do another video using this palette. So definitely stay tuned. I'll definitely keep using this palette in my upcoming videos. So I will be doing a complete swatch of the palette anyway, so at least you can see all the shades and close-ups and all that kind of stuff. But at least you guys get an idea of how it's performed and how it looks on the eyes. I'm just going to finish off my eyes with the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, and I'm just going to apply that to my lashes. I've actually been really enjoying this mascara lately. So, oh my goodness. I am also going to do my lower lash line, and I will show you guys that as well. Maybe we can use some different shades in the palette for the lower lash line. So I'm going to use a different shade and take Naughty, which is this one right here, and use it for the lower lash line. This is like a true rich brown, chocolate brown, which just looks absolutely stunning. And these mattes as well are almost like velvet. They go on so buttery smooth and very pigmented. You barely need to even go into any. Very, very pigmented. I mean, look at that. It just looks so pretty. So I'm almost using all of the shades. I'm also going to go into Hypnotic. Just going to run that on the lash line as well. This is great as a transition shade, or a shade to clean things up with, or to just smoke without smoking the lower lash line with a dark shade. If you want to smoke out the lower lash line with just a light little brown, then this would be a great one. As you can see, it just smokes it out nicely. For lips, I'm going into the Wet n Wild Megalast matte lipstick in Bare It All. Go into the MAC Frosted Firework Lip Gloss in Twinsies. So this is the finished look, and let me know what you guys think down below. I'm going to do a close-up now and show you guys how it all looks. So we are up close and personal. This is what the eyes are looking like. Really just pretty kind of foiled metallic shades. Everything just looks perfect. It just looks really good. If I just show you the palette up close, I feel like you can get some nice bronzy shades out of here as well if you don't want to go for a pinky look like I did. So again, I'll have to play around with this, but I mean, how pretty is it? Let's just appreciate it for a second. So now I'm going to go into swatches of the entire palette so you guys can see every single shade swatched. The first shade I'm swatching is Filthy, and this is a matte nude pink. The next shade is a marble, and it's called Passion, and it's that kind of purpley blue duochrome. Then we have Shameless, which is that kind of gold peach pink. Next to it, we have another foiled shade, and this is called Please Me, and it's kind of like a bronze gold. Then we have a matte called Hypnotic, and this is a kind of light brown nude. And then we have another marble called Hard, and this is kind of like a bronze gold satin shade. So that is all the swatches for the first row. Now for the second row, I have these two shades. I just wanted to show you, they're absolutely stunning. So we have the one that I had on my lid, that one's Irresistible, and then the matte is called Untamed. I think these may be my favorites in the palette. So Untamed is a matte kind of burgundy berry, and then Irresistible is also a berry but a metallic version of it. Then we have a marble which is called Flower Power, and it's, as you can see, shifting almost like a white gold but also true gold. You can see two different shades in there. Then we have a matte called Rough, and this is a terracotta warm brown. Next we have Spicy, and this is almost like a blackened purple, kind of like very similar to Untamed actually. Then Arouse, which is also a matte, and it's kind of like a true orange. So this is the second row. Next we have Slippery, which is that hybrid gel formula. As you can see, it's absolutely not showing up, so that one was a fail. Then we have Tantric, which is a metallic light gold. Naughty, which is also a matte, and it's just kind of like a rich burnt brown. Next to it we have another marble. This is called Provocative, and it's kind of like a pinky, light pinky shade. Next to that we have a metallic called Desire, and it's basically like a true fiery coppery red. And last but not least we have Juicy, which is just a true matte brown, and this is a gorgeous shade. So this is the final row. So do comment down below your thoughts and let me know what you guys think of this palette and of the look. Are you going to be picking it up? Let me know, or have you already picked it up? I have to say, this this is the best Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette that I have ever played with, that I've ever tried. I really feel like maybe her products, she's starting to change the formulas or starting to change something, because they are performing a lot better than I had expected. And I think if you've never tried any Huda Beauty palettes before, then this should be your first one, because it's going to be tones that you will absolutely wear. There is something in here for everyone, but also it is still a very neutral palette. Even though it has these kind of unique pinky purpley tones, it's still going to be an everyday palette, I feel like. So it's a great formula. That's the number one thing that I fell in love with. The shimmers just perform so foiled and metallic and creamy and look very blinding and wet in such a nice way. I think the price of this palette is worth it. I definitely think that, and this definitely should be your first ever Huda Beauty palette if you don't own one, or your first ever Huda Beauty product. So definitely check it out. It's a beautiful palette. It's well thought out. The only thing I did not like was this gel hybrid. shade or whatever that was. That's the only thing I didn't like, but apart from that, everything else is absolutely beautiful. So I would highly recommend this palette. It's absolutely stunning, and it's something that I'm going to keep gravitating towards, which I'm so happy about because it's worth my money. So I'm going to be testing this out and using it in a lot of upcoming videos, so definitely stay tuned and you guys can see this palette in action more than once on my channel. So I hope you guys found this video helpful as well, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below. I'll chat back with you as always, and I hope everyone is staying safe out there. And until next time, I'll speak to you guys all in my next video.